I'm probably gonna do another version of this with kind of TikToks to kind of go over them. But I wanted to kind of get this off my chest. Shout out to everybody that's been checking out like the StreamYard stream. I see y'all like those, so I'll definitely do more of those. And yeah, I'm trying to, do better, get more uploads out of here, different stuff, so you all can see them. Shout out to y'all that supported the stream I had yesterday, keeping it real, because like I said, you got people that's off brand, they're off mission. They're too busy feeling sorry for white boys, their fellow white boys, because their white boys isn't being handed. What you're essentially seeing is how white boys react when they're not being handed shit. That's what you're saying. And at the end of the day, they need to buck up and step up. Welcome to being the new niggas. Welcome to that. Either deal with it or fold. It's really that simple. So check out that video, because I went really hard on that video. I'll probably keep that video up for like a week or two, and then I'll probably push that to the Patreon, so everybody who wants to see it has seen it. But because they're doing some censorship, on YouTube, and it is what it is. What's up, Inspired Truth? What's up, Nate? Appreciate Nate for the $5 cash app. So, what I want to talk about, as you all can see, Russell Wilson. So, this is what I mean about... So, you have the conversations mainly been going on TikTok, but Anton did a video on it as well, talking about this new situation with Russell Wilson. Hold on. It's really not a situation, but Russell Wilson changed the name of not Russell Wilson. Ciara changed the name of her son that she had with Future, and she did an add-on, a last name add-on, not a name, so much a name change, but added Wilson onto it. It is what it is. I don't think that's a big deal personally. It'd be a much bigger deal if the name was changed. I actually have some experience with name changes. My mom, oh Lord, my last name is Anderson, and my father's last name is Jones. But Anderson is the maiden name of my grandmother that I never met, because she died when my mom was younger. My brother's last names are not the last name of their father. They're the last names of my grandfather, my biological grandfather, and she did that as a request to him, as a favor to him, because that's what he wanted. And honestly, and my mom and my grandfather never got along like that. So that was something that she did for him. It's kind of an olive branch. My youngest brother actually has the situation that Future and Ciara's kid has, where his middle name is actually his father's last name, and then his last name is the name I just talked about, not Anderson. And so it is what it is. It really is. So I have a little bit of experience speaking on that. And again, these are, number one, these are choices that are made for these kids. These kids are not consenting to these choices. And in the age of, well, if a kid says they want this or want that, when it comes to trans and stupid stuff like that, when it comes to stuff like this, all of a sudden it don't matter what the kid wants. We don't know what that kid wants. Maybe that's how he wanted it. I don't know. But the point is, it's always, either kids consent when they want them to do something the kid really has no business making a decision on to get around it, or they use the mother. So it's always like that. But I have a little bit of experience, speaking on this. Now, we were born, these are names we were given when we were born. These are not names that were changed. So that is one thing that's different. I will say that if it was that big of a deal, you should have did that from the start. And did that from the start, and not did it after the fact, late into the fact. So I'm curious at what prompted her to all of a sudden do that. Now, but personally, adding his last name as a hyphen, as far as they're concerned, that has things to do with like when people die, you know, wills and stuff like that. I'm not saying that has to happen, but that's kind of like gestures for things such as that. So keep that in mind. I think a lot of, you know, unfortunately, black people miss that because those politics are not had in the game, because, you know, a lot of black people, unfortunately, aren't passing nothing down because they think you can't take it with you. Not understanding you're not supposed to take it with you, you're supposed to pass it down. But, you know, because those conversations I had with enough of us, you know, things like you know, life insurance and stuff like that, these conversations are unfortunately not had. So, you know, when people are having these conversations, they're not thinking about this. They're thinking about how they feel in the moment. And that's true on black men or black women. Also, Channing Crowder made a statement talking about Russell Wilson's a lame, corny. He did further explained it later on a little bit. But the problem with Channing Crowder is you got to get your fucking communication skills up. You're not very articulate. You sound like a hood. You sound like an uneducated hood nigga. You sound like a football. You sound like a jock. You really do. And that's a problem. And so people kind of use that to flip his words. Although there is sexual politicking going on with what he's saying. But the main thing Channing Crowder from, I forget what, it's the show with Ryan Clark. It's not I Am Athlete, but it might be, I don't know. But it's a show that Ryan Clark is on. What he's talking about is he's talking about what the women want. And one thing I don't like about this conversation, a lot of the women, you got some men pandering as per usual, but what the women are doing is, I don't like liars. And unfortunately with women, you just have to accept that lying is a part of who they are. Lying is a part of who they are. Women don't like to be lied to, but lying is a negotiation with women. And unless you actually, and unfortunately, unless it's your girl and you can punish her, which is why you have to be in position where you can punish women for doing shit like that. Because you have to introduce like another factor in them rather than them just lying to you. But when we're having these conversations, women are going to lie. They're going to lie by omission. They're just going to lie. They don't know how to be frank. They don't know how to keep it real unless they're angry and they want to say something for the purpose of being, you know, hurtful. So now they use telling how they really feel as they take the mask off. But women are liars. Most women are liars, which is why I absolutely don't believe all women. And that was one of the worst policies we've adopted, because the reason why people didn't believe all women from the start is for two reasons. Number one, because white men were on the wrong side of that, on the wall side of a lot of sexual allegations. And so they don't care. Really what it is, because it's a white man, they don't care. And then the other thing too is because women traditionally are liars. Women have traditionally lied. And like most women are liars. And you can say that's misogynist all you want to. Women don't even like taking advice from other women because they know there's always politics behind it. They know what's behind it. They know what's behind it. So women deep down know that most women are liars. This is why women have frenemies and stuff like that. Now they'll tell you some stuff, and this is why I don't take, unless a woman is, you know, shout out to Shay Sade, but unless women are like, you know, they have demonstrated that they will tell the truth, or they have demonstrated that they'll bring information in that I might not know, because that's always my little thing. Are they only giving me information that I already know, and are they really sensitive to giving away more information they should? This is how I know they're not being frank. So it's not even something about how I feel about women. I just assume that women lie. And men do not lie in the same way women lie. Women, they're pathological. They really are. And certain people, like white men are, whatever, depending on the topic. But women lie about everything. Women lie as a form of, like, lying to them is a form of communication. And so you have to understand that when conversations like this are being had. Remember, you got to remember, man. And one thing I will tell black men, regardless of your blue pill, purple pill, red pill, you all have to understand timelines. Stop having a conversation in the moment. Understand that everything is interconnected. Time is interconnected. One thing leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to the next, like dominoes. And so a lot of dudes will have these opinions, like, not understanding history of things, context with things, you know. And it was a dude that said something in the comment section, and I agree with half of what he was saying. he responded to my comment. I agree with half what he was saying, but the other half, I had to correct him on it. And the part that he was all about, nah, man, it's a lot of dudes that, you know, they really baby daddies for real, and da-da-da. No, like, dude, most baby daddies don't give a fuck like that. Because at the end of the day, that nigga won. No matter how you frame it and how the bitch tries to clean up her life, if you were the first child she had, that bitch will never be able to give a man her first child. That will never happen. So no matter how you chicks and how you pandering ass niggas try to frame it, like, take Kanye, for example. People can say what they want to say about Kanye and Kim, and it needs to be said, especially how they got North, like she got North out here looking. That being said, Kim gave Kanye her first kid. That's better. That's a lot more than a lot of other women. And that's just real talk. And although with the sex tape and all of that, and I'm not nullifying that, but at the end of the day, yeah, that's more than what Ciara gave. And the thing is, nobody really gives a fuck about their relationship. It's really more about how women try to represent it, and they try to say this is a standard. Russell Wilson is not a fucking standard. Russell Wilson's, because here's the funny part about it. Bitches weren't caping for Russell Wilson when he was with a white woman. Remember that. Russell Wilson was basically Robert Griffin III. Remember that. Except he won a Super Bowl. So when people like to Hold on one second. When people like to play games, like they like to compartmentalize information, these are not people, you know, we say brothers, these are not people that are family where you're going to be frank with family. These are people that are trying to manipulate you. Yeah, and that means something too with the first and only. Just like Nick Cannon with Mariah Carey. At least Mariah Carey can say she only had kids with Nick Cannon. Now Nick Cannon, that's, you know, some other shit. But then again, Nick Cannon gave Mariah Carey kids late in the game. That was a mutual thing. That was a mutual beneficial thing. You know? So, but my point is, so that means something. So these women, of course, they can't counter that, so they just act like it doesn't matter. But it does matter. It absolutely does matter. Because you all are asking, and then it also matters, another thing that doesn't get taken into consideration, whether you have children or not. It'd be different if Russell Wilson already had kids. He doesn't. Remember, Jay-Z already had a daughter when he got with Beyonce. A lot of these dudes be already having kids. So it's not the same. So I just want to say, and straight up, if you're a childless, like you're a woman with kids, and bitch, you don't deserve a childless man. The only little tiny room I'm really giving that if you had kids within wedlock. But even then, I don't even give that up. But because culturally you may want to do it right, but we know how these women are, even as married. But the reality is, bitch, you don't. Let's start there. So all of this like arm twisting and cajoling y'all like to do, the issue has nothing to do with their relationship. Russell Wilson is rich, Ciara's rich. BGS has covered why Russell Wilson chose Ciara. It was an opportunity. Yes, he likes her. Yes, he likes how she looks. Yes, all of that. But it's really it was an opportunity for money. Ciara is not dead weight. Ciara actually brings connections to the table. BGS is mainly talking about that. You all are not her. You all are not bringing connections. You all are not bringing money opportunities. You all don't look as good as her. She got out the game at 29 years old. People forget that because she's 3 years older than Russell. People forget that. You bitches think y'all clocking out at 35, 40 like Cheyenne Bryant or fucking, hell, y'all ain't even Kayla Nicole. And you see how she got dropped the fuck off, and she's childless. You all are not them. Ciara's like an 8 with money, connections, and all of that. So yeah, Russell pulled the one child policy because it didn't work out with his wife. Remember, his wife cheated on him. Russell would have still been with his wife. Russell didn't pull a damn, what was it, with Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. She didn't, that wasn't what happened. He was open and the opportunity was there, and he probably liked her because he probably, when he was at state and shit. But y'all forget that. That's the first thing. The second thing is people want to talk about this Ciara prayer. This is like Ciara prayer part 2. These chicks are trying to restart the stepdaddy insurance program. These bitches need help. Shout out to Accountable Commentary. No fucking reachbacks. I would rather see black men date outside their race than reach back. Straight like that. Fuck that. You are not more pro-black because you're cleaning up single mothers. Fuck you niggas. Because what you teach the next generation is that's the thing to do. If you want to keep it black, get a bitch from overseas. Fuck the FBA shit on that. See, that's what they won't tell you. They won't tell you it's better to get with an FBA chick that's a single mother that needs help than to get you a non-FBA chick. Now, fuck that shit. And men and motherfuckers trying to be like, y'all need, fuck you, like y'all need to be y'all righteous. No, niggas, some niggas can't articulate it well, but they know that's a bullshit ass deal. Y'all should want to be Russell Wilson. Y'all, we need more Russell Wilson. You mean we need more clowns that's gonna say motherfuckers? Russell Wilson is low-key hustling Ciara, and you bitches are falling for it. Like, truth be told, Russell is winning because y'all are now elevating him. That's why he got with her, you dumbass. That's exactly why he got with her. Now that's paying off. Y'all trying to make Russell Wilson the patron saint, the CEO of the Save a Bitch Foundation, as if all of y'all, even if you scale Ciara down, even a single mother that's a 6. Remember, Ciara's still skinny. You all are not offering, even scale down the regular shit, you all are not offering nothing to what Ciara was offering Russell. Y'all are not offering youth. Y'all are not offering, class. Y'all are not offering connections. Y'all ain't offering shit. But y'all trying to hold Russell Wilson up. And the reality is these chicks want, and here's the other thing. You got a lot of chicks. So let me dial back a little bit. So remember, I've always told you all, I've been saying it a long time, but I'm gonna bring it back. These women go in cycles. You remember that meme that used to go around the circle of life where women would be drinking, smoking, partying, and then they have kids, maybe 1, maybe 2, and then they be out here, now they're grown, they're in their 30s, they're mature. Bitch, fuck you. Like, today's price is not yesterday's price. And today's qualifications is not yesterday's qualifications. Fuck that shit. I've grown, I've matured. Good. Go get you a white man or a non-black dude to save your ass. Go get you a good little cup to save your ass. Go get you an African or something. They believe they better than black men anyway, and they can bring your ass here. Go get you one of them. Because if you a dude with any kind of real emotion, you a fucking fool to fucking, yeah, man, I'm gonna come in this house and clean this house. These chicks, these are their kids. These chicks say, like, you think Ciara is not allowing Russell to run that household the way he wants to run it? These chicks are not willing to do that. They ain't willing to give you all the keys. They want help. They do not want leadership. They want help. Though that's not the same thing. They want help. They do not want leadership. They are not looking for leadership. They are looking for help. And we all grew up in this stepdaddy program. We all know what time, how they really act. And so they're going to lie because that's the cost of doing business. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, man, the other thing too I want to bring up is these chicks, when they go through the cycle of life, they want different dudes. The reality is they're trying to cajole you in being like a second and third string quarterback. They're trying to be a second and third string quarterback with no benefits. And then if the first string gets healed again, they're like, let's keep it real. We're not talking about single mothers to be fucking the niggas they had a kid with. These kids, remember, no matter what, they chose to give a baby to that nigga first. And they are loyal to him. Even with Ciara, Russell had to take Future off of child support because Ciara liked to go back and forth with Future. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Ciara got feelings for Future, and Russell had to manage that. I'm not managing that shit. Fuck that. And then the new thing these women want to do this week is they want to talk about how black men are promoting debauchery. Black men have the nerve to say that black men are promoting debauchery. Black men are the ones that are promoting teaching young boys to be YNs. You got black women on multiple TikToks that are sitting here and trying to wag their finger at black men talking about we're the ones producing the new YNs. Because they were trying to use Channing Crowder, talk about Channing Crowder. Channing Crowder was saying, yeah, man, the YNs are cool, the street dudes are cool, and Russell Wilson is a lame. They had the nerve to say that, as if Russell Wilson ain't no Super Bowl winning rich quarterback. Remember, they don't want, like here's the thing. Most of y'all are not going to get a rich dude. So are you willing to deal with a Russell Wilson that makes like $70,000 an hour? A year, if that? Are y'all willing to get a Russell Wilson? Like really? Because y'all not getting no millionaire. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all really talking about? Y'all not, y'all want to talk, y'all not willing to deal with Anton, but Anton got clout. Y'all act like y'all want the regular nigga versions of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is an NFL physique, all of that. Stop lying. Remember, these are the same chicks. Remember that video I just did of the brother that did the you don't look like you date black women. Russell don't look like he date black women. But y'all, why are y'all thinking y'all about to lie? But when you look at the NBA YoungBoys of the world, I got a clip of DJ Academics talking about NBA YoungBoy is selling out stadiums full of niggas. NBA YoungBoy is supposed to be in Raleigh in October 24th. NBA YoungBoy is selling out stadiums full of nothing but niggas and hood bitches. Niggas and hood bitches. It was one chick that did a take the Anton's video. This is a younger chick. She's sitting there talking about Russell Wilson's cool. And then turning around and then saying, I can listen, NBA YoungBoy, he's cool too. I can listen to NBA YoungBoy, he's still separated. Even though it's like, we know what y'all want. Why y'all lying? Why are you all lying? And the reality is y'all wasn't saying nothing about, when did y'all talk? Y'all don't never talk about Russell Wilson outside of Ciara. If Russell Wilson was not with Ciara, you all would not be caping for him like that. Y'all think y'all really act like people just, you know what? I need to do an AI. Somebody remind me in this comment section. I need to do an AI full of black women in black suits, like the hoes in black. HIB. For real. Because I swear they get that neuralizer. They stay getting that neuralizer and thinking they're just running a neuralizer on social media like every
every like month. You act like we forgot about the T-app? How many of you chicks are just sharing the dirtiest of dick? Remember, NBA YoungBoy got STDs, and these women are losing them. This chick literally said, "Oh yeah, I like NBA YoungBoy. He's got an STD," but y'all don't care because oh my god. Like as if like these are second string quarterbacks. These are depth chart folks. These are people that they're pulling up when they need help. These chicks are not thinking about no Russell Wilson outside of the Sierra prayer. That's a fact. And they just want you to forget. They think, like, y'all really think just running your mouth is just gonna have people magically forget that. Y'all really think dudes are gonna be like, okay, 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 yeah. I'm like, and the dudes that be caping for that are too fucking stupid. Like for real. They really believe that. That's why if you notice how they ain't having no debates about this, because they just doing these takes on social media. And now they look, the YN problem is clear, they talk about the YN problem to the extent that there is. Man, this is like y'all trying to act like this ain't who y'all, those are not your first choice. And it's not about, oh, you just, man, it's not about that. But I'm not about to take on this. I'm not about to take on all this bullshit. Bitch, you basically asking niggas to sign 360 deals. That's what you're asking. And you trying to act like the 360 deal, you should like it. You should like it because of reasons. Again, their idea of pro-black is pro-matriarchy. And I said, fuck you and that black community. If that's what you think pro-black is, you kiss my ass. No, y'all gonna have to come with way more than that. And people are like, yeah, fuck Russell Wilson. Because as far as I'm concerned, if y'all want to talk about Russell Wilson when he's with a white woman, you can kiss my ass. Because basically, you're just trying to get dudes to take that plan. And again, what I don't like is all of this cognitive dissonance that all these women are doing. These women are really out here trying to act like they don't understand what the issue is. I don't understand. Bitch, yes you do. Because if you don't, then you're fucking stupid. You don't need to be in a fucking conversation anyway. Like, unlike, I know women are intelligent. And I know when you all are lying. You all are just lying. Y'all are playing dumb. I don't understand. Bitch, don't understand. We're just going to keep telling, because we're not talking to you anyway. We're just telling dudes what not to do. This is why they don't like passport bros. They don't like dudes like, look, man, it's better you do the RG3 thing and date outside your race. Get you a Latina. If a black chick can't give you a baby without kids, get you a Latina. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. If you willing to date a black chick without kids, then shit, you might as well be open to date non-black chicks without kids. Real talk. Because they going to give you a better deal. They're going to give you a better deal. Because they know what time it is. Especially if they got a kid with a black dude. They know what time it is. Because they know they can't go back to their group like that. Versus black women, they just think that's just what you're supposed to do. Because that's what they think you're here for. They think you're here to help them. That's the problem. So no matter, and then I was looking at a video of a chick that she was talking about, dudes want to come in there and discipline a kid and beat their ass. I'm like, what niggas are you dealing with that that's what they want to do? But she was talking about the comment section. And I'm like, at the end of the day, man, I'm not coming here to help you. This is my household. Now, if you want me to come in here, then coach the team, then I'm coaching the team. If you got problems with that, then we don't need to talk. But see, women are lying. Because the women, they really want you to think you in charge, but you're not really in charge. So they try to manage, vetoing you. And I'm like, dudes, nah, nigga. Let these chicks do it yourself. Why don't you get with another bitch and y'all do a fucking Brady Bunch bullshit? But yeah, that shit was crazy. It's all, yeah, y'all are sending these kids. Y'all are the reason why these dudes want to be cool. I'm like, bitch, so it ain't got nothing to do with y'all are sucking the dick on NBA YoungBoy types and going crazy. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's that we're creating these people. How are we creating these people? We're not even raising these dudes. Y'all are the ones that are raising these boys. But again, women will say anything. They'll lie. Lying is a part of their shit. So when you understand that, you don't get frustrated. You be like, all right, this bitch is just lying. That's why I don't even say it's a dumb bitch no more. I just say, no, because dumb bitches, you don't know. I know you know, you're a liar. Try this, I'm quick to know, you're lying. I'm going to start calling it railing. Lying backwards. So you a rail bitch, okay. You're a rail bitch. What does that mean? You're a liar. You're railing, okay. You're railing. Just railing your ass off, huh? Y'all like that backward shit? Shout out to Zatanna. Just railing your ass off, huh? Just railing your ass off, I see. You railing ass lovely lady. They do want help but refuse to reciprocate. And it's like, I don't know, and that's why motherfuckers ignore him. Because at the end of the day, a nigga knows what he's signing. Look, man, if you look, man, after, as far as I'm concerned, post-pandemic, if you sign up to be a stepfather, you know what you're getting. You a clown. And that's on you. I don't want to hear shit. Like, you do not get to make a red pill case. You do not get to come to red pill court. If you're a stepfather, you walked into that. You signed away your rights of respectability when you did that. The stepfather union has been dissolved. The stepfather program is closed. Any of you, the stepfather insurance application is no longer supporting updates. Any of you niggas decide to deal with that program, you deal with it in your own risk. If you get certain viruses like bitch fucking with they baby daddy still, you don't call red pill support, customer support. Because that's going to be the first question we ask. We're going to ask, how are you? We ask, what's your name? How are you doing? And what's the deal? You say anything that indicates that bitch has a kid that's not yours, stepdad, I'm in this relationship, whatever, we're hanging up the phone. The phone will be hung up on. The phone will not only be hung up on, your number will be tagged and you will be blocked from future making calls. You're only going to talk to the IVR system. And 0 will not work for you to get to a regular person. I understand people doing it back in the day, and really I should go all the way back to 2015. I'm gonna keep it all the way real, but we're gonna make it simple. 2020 post-pandemic. If you're a stepdad post-pandemic, you're a fucking clown. If you marry, and really, technically the definition, remember what the definition of a stepdad is. The real definition of a stepfather is a man that is married to the woman. If you married a bitch that already has kids and you cannot clearly tell me what is the advantage, the clear advantage to you being with that chick, and it was just because you wanted to be with somebody, nigga, you are a clown. Russell Wilson is different because Russell Wilson is getting clear things from Ciara. You are a clown. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Y'all niggas like caveman, I'm gonna keep it real with you, dude. Dog. Y'all need to stop fucking these bitches. Because when you fuck them, you're opening yourself up to catch a financially transmitted disease. Because you're dealing with a bitch that needs help. Y'all niggas need to stop fucking these hoes on some easy pussy shit. Real talk. Fuck that recreational use. You need to stop fucking with them. But the problem with most black men is most black men be like, well, shit, man, you might as well not fuck with black women because they all have kids. Yep, that's the problem. And that's also why they don't want you going younger. I already explained that earlier in the video. Russell Wilson got with Ciara because Ciara was an opportunity for Russell Wilson. Ciara is connected to black women, which gives him access to sponsorships and retail. Just like how you see like Sydney Sweeney and other people, their main money comes from being sponsors and retails of products and services. Ciara, is the same shit that fucking Megan Thee Stallion's trying to do with Klay Thompson in reverse. It's the same thing. Russell Wilson getting with her, but the same thing Obama did with Michelle. Obama dated mainly white women. And look at these women. They're sitting there trying to cape for Russell Wilson, which is going to make them support anything he puts his hands on, because to them, supporting him is supporting Ciara. That was the point of the marriage. Yes, he probably liked her because she's 3 years older than him, and she probably liked when he was at stake. Yes, all those things are true. But that's the key thing as to why he's with her. If that wasn't true, he wouldn't be with her. Not with a kid. And that's BGS. And yes, I want to put that out there because that's not said enough. That's not said enough. So Ciara is actually giving, there's things that it's the same thing with Megan Good. You can look at it, Megan Good with Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors needed a publicity situation. Now that wasn't true before he took that hit. So there are different things. But these people are famous though. So it's different. So I'm not just on some, if you can show me where, like, for instance, if you a dude and you got an 8 and she got a kid, all right, I'm not going, one kid, all right, then I understand the one child policy. I understand what you're doing. I've seen this. I know dudes, I've dated women that their mom got remarried and I knew that dude couldn't pull her. And I like the dude, knew that dude couldn't pull her mom. The dude, the look and all of that, but he was a bail bondsman, a low-key bail bondsman do a lot more than just bailing people out of jail. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. Bail bondsmen do a lot more than that. So unless it's like a minimum 2-point jump and looks you could get, and even then, that chick's got to have her mind on right. Like, unless it's obvious shit, and I don't mean it's got to be obvious to me, but obvious to you. But a lot of niggas, they just be roommating with bitches that haven't had kids. Like, nigga, you having in-house pussy is not enough to be, don't know. You can have that opinion, Ice, but I'm telling you, the main reason he got with her, and even in that argument, Russell Wilson's bread comes from football. Even dudes don't be fucking with Russell Wilson like that. What bread would Russell Wilson would have really made outside? Russell Wilson could have tapped in like the same motherfuckers that fuck with Tiger Woods. Sure, but really, Russell's the type of guy where he likes to be a husband. Russell had a white wife, bitch cheated on him. He saw the opportunity. It was what it was. I don't believe that Ciara would still be where she is now without Russell. I'll definitely say that. I will definitely say that. That Ciara would be nobody. That's why when she was talking about Charlamagne, I'm like, bitch, you wouldn't be nobody if you didn't get with Russell. If you didn't get with Russell, you would have just got you would have got ran through, because nobody would have really took you seriously, because ain't nobody was trying to deal with Future. And the problem is women are trying to use that as like a new standard to re-push the stepdaddy insurance program. And a lot of dudes are gonna lie to you, oh, these women are with single mothers. Yeah, some men are. But ain't no dudes that, like, understand, dudes that really got paper like that, dudes that's really running through hoes like that, are not just settling for single fucking mothers, man. They're not. Cut the bullshit. Yeah, Subway shit. Yeah, so I'm not saying he could have did nothing, but truth be told, I'm not saying he needs her. I'm saying I understand why they're together, and you have to take that and measure that against what these women are talking about. So even what these women are saying, these women are not offering what Sierra was able to offer. We're not even talking about what her name is in Atlanta. We're not talking about if he got with her, what he could do for her name and how he could benefit. Look at Alexis Ohanian getting with Serena. That's definitely, even though she didn't have a kid, but even though that's like, you know, an unconventional relationship, you're not gonna tell me he don't benefit from it. So I'm not sitting here just being 100% dismissive of the situation. But the reality is, that's not what them bitches are offering. Excuse me. And remember, say what you want to about Future. Future got money, just like Sierra got money. We not talking about dealing with no baby daddy ain't got money. These bitches got niggas that ain't shit. Yeah, so let's keep it all the way. Let's keep it all the way 100. And so you got these women having these little independent, these little takes. They're lying. And they're gonna lie. They're gonna try to bully you into bully dudes. And I'm like, yo, nigga, you like the way these bitches are now, if you sign up for that, nigga, you deserve what you get. And so, like, I don't want to hear shit. If you got with a bitch with kids, nigga, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Nigga, just take that on the chin and learn your lesson. Fuck any sympathy, fuck any empathy. Quite frankly, if you sitting here you fucking too many, you get used to fucking bitches, this guy kids. And people be like, that's a hard line. Yeah, that's a hard, nigga, black men are 6% of the population. You got non-black women you could be fucking on. You got, you can go overseas. There's a lot of shit. Y'all niggas be trying to act like that's just the only way to do it. Okay, then go ahead and do that then. But I don't want to hear shit. Y'all know what you're dealing with. Because you're dealing with women like... Come on. And then look at who the father of their kid is. These chicks are not having like dudes that are well-to-do men, but it just didn't work out. These chicks are getting like monsters and then trying to, like, remember, they chose to have a baby with these people. We are not just talking about who you are fucking on. That's not what we're talking about. Yes.
Here you go.
So,
You have a great day.
thank you so much. Yeah, like I was saying before, that's grounds to cut contact. I've been pushed to date single mothers, you know, since I was 19. Yeah, that's grounds to cut contact. Like, I would say, don't you ever bring a kid to me, bring a female to me that's got kids. Don't you ever do that. And quite frankly, the men in your family should be telling these women to never do that. But that's what they're gonna do because they're not gonna be checked. And I'll be like, that's grounds to cut contact. And this is what I mean about checking your mother. That's grounds to cut contact. Because number one, these women don't believe they should even have kids. Like, because my mom would never do that. My mom would never do that. My mom would never do that. Would have never did it. Shout out to Doggy Dog for the $10. Been a minute, bro, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And a lot of dudes really like you should really like, I'm sorry, once you like dead ass. And people be like, oh, that no, it's not. Because it's not about just them, it's not really about them being single mothers, it's the culture behind it. These women are trying to normalize that so they can just do whatever they want to do with their pussy and then have you clean that shit up. You basically a janitor. No, at least with janitors you get paid. Shout out to John Cannon. You're a fucking janitor. What do they call it? A dishwasher? I'd rather be a lame than be a dishwasher. They called to this cleaning up after single mothers. Have you seen what Alfonso? Happy as hell. RG3 happy as hell. Hell the motherfucking dog. Fuck that bullshit. There's even no conversation. Bitch, you get what you're given. Y'all act like y'all are like 8s and 9s. Some of y'all act like y'all are like 8s, 9s, and 7s. Y'all ain't that. A lot of y'all are 4s and fucking 5s, overweight, but talking about a nigga need to slide through. Man, you better go ahead and take you a nigga that's making $30,000 or 40. You better, I tell a nigga that's making 50,000. You can do better. Reggie Bush, fuck that shit. And these women act like this is an argument. This is not an argument. Any goofy, nigga, you goofy if you do that. So if you want to go ahead and do it, man, this is a free country. Then you be like, man, mom, she fucking like these bitches. And look, these women have said, you don't make me go get the TikToks of women saying that they be fucking like they be the niggas that they get for stepdads they would have never considered when they were childless. Please don't make me go get those TikToks because they do still exist. TikTok does have a search algorithm. Remember I think his name is Shizazed, so my bad for saying his name wrong. Remember that video? Don't make me pull up that video of when these women got mad. When these women got angry when that nigga said, what do I get out of a stepdaddy situation? I'll pull that shit back out. Remember the bitch that said that she don't respect her husband because he took her when she had kids? Remember that shit? Remember that? Shit, do you remember Cassie's husband? Don't make me go in the fucking archive. Anyway, I gotta go, but I just wanted to put that out there because these chicks are talking hella reckless. Yeah, like they always talk about shit. Oh, you can't talk about the season. You can only talk about the episode. That shit was like less than 6 months ago. I don't respect him, but this is how they really feel. This is who they are. And these chicks are you won't you beat up Russell Wilson because we don't want no nigga to see what he doing as a role model. He's a community leader. Russell Wilson don't give a fuck about y'all outside of y'all buying shit from him. What are you talking about? That motherfucker, like y'all again, black women didn't give a fuck about no Russell Wilson until he got with Ciara after the kid. Let's keep it all the way 100. If Ciara would have got with Russell Wilson, not being childless, a lot of women would have been saying he's corny. We need more corny men, know, just like Carrie Hilson used to be like, I'm gonna start dating corny guys now. Like, bitch, sit your ass down. If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, make sure y'all support that Cash App. But this is Edward.